What the hell, man? Fuck you, phone. Fuck you. That's the second time you tried to screw me. I thought we'd fix this. How annoying. How very, very annoying. That is irritating. That is very irritating. Can we just have nothing else go wrong, please? That's it now. My patience has run out. Thank fuck for the second angle. The signal is probably poor out here, and that's probably what does it. But it decided to end us automatically, and it's never done that before. Every software update makes it worse. Yeah, National Cycle Network. I'm going to get on Siemens about closing off the tracks in Hull. Right. Howdy, doggy. Oops. What was that? That was a bang. So it went bang. Oh, man. So we're just stuck in first gear because of this wind. It's bad. But I feel like if I don't do this today, I won't be doing it this year. Don't think that I have another chance. There's the grip. Not too bad, but it will slide out quite easily in corners. Big rocks there, man. See, on the mountain bike, I'd have ridden over them. Had like 2.5 inch fucking tyres and full suspension. Granted, by the ends I'd blown front and back out, but we do have a sprung saddle on this, but it's not uncomfortable. It's just much as the bike is, you know, roadster, you think a tarmac. When this was built, a lot of roads didn't have tar, so it's designed to run on this, but it isn't designed for you to be stupid and ride it over jagged rocks. Of course, on a mountain bike, we'd just piss this because it's nothing. Like, I have ridden down rocks fucking vertically on mountain bikes, you know. That's what they're for. It's not for roadsters. You can't be silly with it. I don't think it'll break the bike, but it might put a tyre out. It may let a bit of air out of them if the terrain gets rough. because when I'm on the roads I run these, actually running over pressure, 65 psi, whereas out here might drop them down to 45 where they're supposed to be. I don't have a gauge, I just know by feeling them. When you use a bike a lot, you get to know it, and so you can throw a bunch of your tools away. Yeah, nice little bike. I don't know if you saw it. This is a new Elevy now. Actually feels quicker than I remember it. We should have gone right and gone up on the road, but we need to set this on a hill. So the thing about these bikes, you can't stand up out the saddle because you'll slip the clutch and you will die, or your testicles will die. This is the lowest gear I've got, and if I get much slower, got to keep the momentum. Fucking hell, that was scary. Some of the things I like about these bikes. No brakes, please. There we go. Carved it at the end then. You can't jump these. I'll back off, man. You can go by. I need to catch my breath. See, 3 gears, they are wide, but it's at 66%, which is about 46 to 25 on a modern bike. We just carved it again. I don't know if you saw the pump happen there, but so, you know, it's like your biggest sprocket and one in the middle on a modern bike, and your modern bike's a lot lighter and steers better, and you're not set 7 foot in the air. So down a hill, loose the train. Fucking send it, man. Come on, let's do it. Let's go for a gear change. Oh, that was a bit fucking rough, wasn't it? Come on. Hold on fucking hard, man. I'm going to slow down a minute because this is just scary. Yeah, look at all this tyre if I do this. It's alright. Jesus Christ. Should have hit into him really, it would have been his fucking life on the fucking line. It's alright, wind's blowing that way, he's going to get the asbestos dust off the brakes. Yeah, we have asbestos. Seems to be dying a little. Oh, I know where we are. This is that bridge. Given how this handles downhill on corners, I am going to go very, very slow here. So the original bridge was very dangerous. I've never ridden this bridge. Corner's a bit more shallow now, but oh, there's a fence here now. That is miles better. Oh, we slid a bit there. Get in fast, keep the momentum. I always used to stop there. Shall we stop? No. Hands on the brakes. Right. Swallowed a bug. That's alright, you need the protein. So a little baby wabbit at the side then. Just the one. it don't handle too bad. It's heavy, the steering's unruly, brakes aren't as worse as we thought. I don't know, yeah, when we nearly hit that guy, we actually got a skid out of it. Dead bird, which is unusual on these. Yeah, it may be possible on this lease. Let's try. You can. I'd have to shift my weight though, because I was off the saddle. It's hard to fucking... It's hard to earn on these fucking things, but... You know... you still go off the back of your seat when you're full on the front brakes. And I think even when your bike won't go over the bars like you, it'll stop you faster because you're putting weight back on the back wheel. It's not able to pull up. So when weight's on both wheels, there's more friction. Ooh, what's that? That's just a fly. Okay. Maybe we'll stop for a smoke here. They have a reason, because there's a horse, I believe. And I don't want to spook the horse. Oh no, it's just walkers. We'll still stop and have a smoke here. Oh man. That's a little bit nervy on this. Yeah, don't take heavy roadsters up this, because if we fall off here I think it'll kill us. Oh, that was stinging nettles. That'll teach me. There's a fucking tree root there, isn't it? Bollocks, go for it. Faster, more speed. Yeah, and them crows. I'll stop at the next gate then. Mostly I don't want to be sat there with my end stinging. It might sting a bit less by then. Why is it every time I come on these rides I get stung by nettles now? Some big ones there. I should pick them, eat them, make nettle tea out of them. I implore you, if you have an opportunity to ride one of these bikes, to do it, because we're going over that platform. If you've ridden a modern bike, it don't seem like that big of a deal. But ride one of these and you change your mind really fast. There was a shit cyclist who swallowed a bug. In all fairness, this track is actually going by faster than I thought it would. Still a long way to go, but not as much as I thought there would be by now. Especially not with that wind. Look at those. See those tracks on the side? This is people, oh no, there's mud when it rains. Ride the fucking mud, you faggot. We'll go on this one, but only so we can see farther around the corner. Of course there's no mud to this, right. Oh man, I forgot how nice this was. Even with the shit wind, even at about a third of the speed I would have been doing on a modern bike, it's nice. And I tell you what, this is a fucking damn sight more comfortable than a modern bike. My butt doesn't hurt, my legs don't hurt. Feel your legs. I've explained it before, but I'll explain it again. When you configure a bicycle, I see people adjust saddles all the time. They put it so it's comfortable to put their foot down on the floor. So the back of their heel will be on the floor. You don't want that. Your heel wants to, and your foot's on the floor. You want to be on the ball. You want to be on your toes, just behind your toes. Because you don't configure the bike for when you're not moving. You configure it for when you're riding. And when you're riding, your foot's up on the pedal. So, which way around? Because it's that long since I've misconfigured one, but I think if the seat's too low, it hurts the top of your leg, like your thigh. If it's too high, it hurts your calf. Might be the other way around. You should be able to find things about it on the internet, but yeah, it's really important. Like, if you think riding a bike's really, really hard, and you're getting pain in just one part of your leg, try moving the saddle, and you'll be amazed how much easier it is. So even on this heavy thing, it's not actually that hard to push once you're moving, because, you know, really efficient. The other thing as well is my pedal strokes. I actually start pushing at the top, and I'm still pushing at the bottom. I'm actually clawing the lower pedal back with my foot, so you can basically pedal on one foot. And the way I got that was years ago, not as good as I would have been because it was so long ago, but I rode a fixed wheel for a while years ago, and I was like mad into cycling and shit. To train myself to pedal out, your pedal strokes aren't round like naturally. Your pedal strokes are really weird, where you just shove down, 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 and in doing it you're having to push your other foot back up. No, you want them round. And when you ride a fixed wheel, you start doing it because it hurts if you don't. Like, I know that hipster shit, but if you want to get into bicycles, I genuinely recommend just ride a fixed wheel for a little while. There's no railway tag there. That very same one, I think, took the tyre out of my mountain bike years ago. Ride a fixed wheel, you will learn a lot about controlling a bike if you ride a fixie for a while. You know, so back to your freewheeler like I have. A little bit here, I think. Oh man, it smells like my backyard out here. It smells like garbage. A lot of garbage in my backyard. Well, I've moved about half of it now, which I have to do on a bicycle because I can't afford a car. Not allowed a license. The phone hasn't fucked with us again yet, so that's nice. I say frame rate's going to be low. It's a cheap phone, sub £100. I think it was like the second cheapest phone Tesco had. And aside from the OS updates breaking things, for a sub £100 phone, it's pretty fucking good. Even the screen on it's pretty good. 2K screen. Surprisingly good quality. You can almost run Zios. I've never seen a car on this road and we get two at the same time. Cages. I found a bag of fucking green in this fucking gateway once. That was one of the best fucking days I ever had. I always look, still now I'm like, tell you what, I don't know where I think I am. I thought it was the next one, it was the same one. Oh, I think it is. It is. Oh, put the fucking fence there, you bastards. I want my freedom. Fuck your fence. This is where we'll stop for a smoke. Fuck me. Wow. Shit. Why is my stream counter only at 2 minutes? Is this the same stream or is it, has something funky happened? Do tell me. It's gonna no signal me here, isn't it? The son of a bitch. No, it's back. Ah, the counter resets every time there's a dropout. Oh, this fucking platform, doesn't it? This fucking platform. I probably shouldn't tell you about it, it's pretty naughty. Teenage delinquency. Fucking hell though, man, I think we're like more than halfway there. I was reading the comments, wasn't I? There are actually solid tyres for bikes. You know, so you can avoid flats, but I think basically you just end up fucking the rims or something with them. And plus, fact, replacing them would be a bitch. You'd probably just have to replace the whole fucking wheel. The problem with my bike is they don't make the parts like that anymore, so if something fucking happens like that, it costs a lot of money to fix. Like what should be a cheap part. That was a flash fly. There's not much interest in it. You know what? Let's get that off the stand. When it dropped out, you missed a fucking cyclist come the other way. I said hi to him and he looked really pissed off. I don't think he likes the bike. It's like marshy down there. Because this fence never used to be here, like 12 or so years ago. And I remember standing in the marsh down there. Quite late, and I was about 16. And I put my cock in a woman for the first fucking time. I put my cock in teenage girls before, but it just wasn't the fucking same. It was really hard to go back to it, despite the fact I was like sinking in the fucking marsh the whole time. She has it easy up on, actually it scratched the fuck out of her fucking arse bit up on the platform, but yeah, the marshes seem to have sunk a fair bit since then. So I have good memories on this platform, man. It was a good time. It's amazing what cannabis can do for you. It makes a good time a better time. You just feel bad for the neighbourhood, man. The house prices around here have probably dropped like tenfold because of that, and they probably still haven't recovered. Of course she was fucking ginger, you know me. I don't know how that happens. Like I say, I'm sorry there's nothing much too interesting to look at. I really want a cigarette. I can ring the bell and be annoying. Yeah, we'll bail when I finish this cigarette. But now you know something about me that I probably should have kept secret. I don't really give a shit, you know, I'm quite open about things. Can't believe we're this far up the track already. Well, to be honest, it's much further than I thought it would be. It's shorter than I remember. Right, man. making it look easy. I was telling the men, you can't complain about people being out on bicycles, man. You know, I approve of that. Dude's probably just trying to get fit off, so that's he's actually doing it, you know, instead of sitting on his butt. So no disrespect to the men whatsoever. But he thinks he's got it bad. I'll swap bike with him. If I had somewhere to stand that phone, I'd stand it somewhere. So there's no slot on these fences, is there? If I lose it off the back, no, it'll go in there. There you go. We'll put that, just so you can see the ridiculous fucking riding position on these things. And then we'll set off. This is where someone runs up and swipes us, isn't it? It's on that end. Can I? Problem is I can't see the screen. No, I ain't going to be able to see shit. Oh, it was worth a go. I'm almost stinging that on myself again. Yeah, let's stop being silly and just ride before my legs go to sleep. It's not hurting that bad. There we go. Man, you missed the rabbit walking by. Coming to me. You see this spot of track here? I hit a rabbit once. And I went straight over the bars and come off the bike. What's that noise? Nothing. Okay. Oh, wind's a bit heavy here. It's a crosswind, which isn't nice, but at least it doesn't affect pedaling. Second angle's maybe going to get... Nope. Get control back. Yeah, man. This bit rides alright. All says. I'm tempted to drop out and look at the GPS. See how far we have to go. It can't be that bad. What's that fellow? He didn't get very far, did he? He looks knackered. He might have come from farther than we have, we just don't know. It's a fucking heavy road. Cheers, bud. Poor guy, he looks absolutely exhausted. Might as well, it's not that far to the road. But you can hear the creak. It's not the bottom bracket. So the first place you'd look on a modern cycle, on ours, it's the saddle. It's just the springs. It's supposed to do it. The spring saddle. The springs creak. It's 100% British steel, so it shouldn't break on us. There's continuation, there it is. Pushing off in second. Is it wise? Well, it did it. Bits of railway left there, don't it those? This thing doesn't corner well. Like a locket. I'm tempted to pick it up. Might have green in it. Because in my look, my whole life hasn't been that fantastic. But when I was about 16, it got really, really good for a time. This bit's short. I think the next section's really, really long. But I mean, what do we have? Like 4 or 5 sections left until we're in Hornsea. I will go to the seafront. It goes black. And it doesn't seem to rust that much anymore. But most of it's quite black anyway because it's got zinc on it. Stop it. Pretty smart. That's like the grey shit they put on computer towers. Oh, car. No, I'm not curving up that. There we go. Okay, let's go in fast gear, hands on brakes. Right. Now we'll go faster again. See, people on these tracks, man, they're quite friendly, you know? It's rare you get some moody fucker like that guy who I saw when the stream dropped out. I'm one-handed this, I really shouldn't. It's quite dangerous on this terrain. So if there's a rock you don't see, I knock the handlebars out my hands, but my legs are sort of inside the handlebars. And so as it knocks it out, the bike will go over. You can't just chuck the bike. Like when you come off a modern bike, you throw the thing. Alright, I don't know if you would, but when I come off, I always tried to throw the bike away. So it'd go the other way, and so I wouldn't get mangled in it. On this, you can't do that. So if you go over with the bar on an angle, the brake handle is like solid steel and is part of the handlebar, and it will impale your thigh. It would go straight through it and probably out the other end, and then I don't know if we'd be cycling ever again. Fucking hell, there's no way we're here already. There's no way we're on this spot. See, on about bumps you couldn't see, there's always one in these thin trees. I've never been... Only if I got off the bike and looked could I find it. And it always fucks me up. I lost tyres, I lost lights. Almost lost a bollock. Of course, to all the tech people, you know, obviously we will be going back to doing videos about all PCs soon. There's rabbit holes here, we've got to keep a lookout. Don't want to go into them. That will definitely kill the wheel. The thing is, they're steel, you can probably hammer them straight again, but it's not fun to do. I hate truing wheels. Oh, you paved it, why? Why? You know, fuck truing wheels. Pay the bike shop to do it. Why have you paved this? Look at it, shit, because you're never going to maintain it. Well, of course, they're building out there as well. Why not? You can't just have unpaved, unspoiled fucking countryside, can you? You got to build shitty fucking barrack houses and some fucking paved fucking trails. Eat my fucking cock. The sun is dying, that's pretty nice. My handlebars are a little slippery because I've scratched my arm and I've got sunscreen on it, and so now my bar grip is greasy. I can't believe you paved this. Why would you do it? Just why? What did it achieve? Here we go with the roots under the tar. So go smooth it ran on the unpaved road. I go, shit, it rides now. It's like being back in Hull. What? Right up that, no. I'm going this way, fuck you. I will check the comments soon. Fear not. So I can't really see the screen when I'm riding. Wind's still pushing back towards Hull for now. So we're looking that will be behind us going home, but it's never once happened. Can we no hand it? Fuck me, no. No, yes. Yes! Oh, it's fucking terrifying on this, man, don't do it. Uphill here. Oh, no way. No fucking way. This can't be it, man. This can't be. Come on, man, you're joking with me. You gotta be joking with me. You've got to be fucking joking with me. Oh, this paving's got... Oh. Fuck me. Oh. I couldn't steer. I was stuck in a rut. And so I figured if we're going to go over, go for the grass. Didn't even foot down then. We didn't even fucking foot down. We got this shit. We fucking got it. I don't know if you could read that sign a little while ago. I have no fucking idea whether you could read that. Probably not. This phone is shit. For live streaming, I can see the fucking posts, man. I can fucking see them. Fuck yeah, man. British Lion roars, it fucking cleaned it, and I've got a bee in my helmet. Yes! We got a little ways we got to go yet. We are officially in Hornsea, man. Fucking antique bicycle. It still fucking works. Oh, jeez, this is fucking different. What have they done? I don't know where the fuck this goes now. Used to be this way. Oh man, that helmet doesn't feel right. What have I done to it? Should not be one-handing this. Yeah, gear up. Fucking hell. Speed bumps. Can I remember the way? Oh, I have not been fucking here in a long fucking time. The original owner is dead. The fucking engineers are dead. The designer is dead. But the bike is still alive, man. It's still fucking going. I can't believe we did it, and nothing broke. We still got to get home, but we made it one fucking way. We'll make it fucking back. It's always easier going back. That is fucking nuts. Not a single fucking breakage or anything. Let's go to the fucking seafront and have a smoke, eat some fucking junk food, play fucking Rule Britannia. I'm not even kidding, I'm going to. Ascending hills on this are burning fucking ass. It doesn't steer good, but... Alright, man. Oh, fucking hell, man. That is fucking awesome. Can be ready on the brakes because there's going to be pedestrians. Fucking hell, this is downhill. Ah, run that cat over. Here, cats. Who's going with that? Little push. Thanks. Oh, that was a smell of fucking green. Nice. So that was a fellow of great taste. I don't remember this bit. The fuck is this? There's like a little beck here. Fuck me, that turns. There goes a wheel. Yeah, it still looks true. As much as steel is bendable, it is springy. I need to make sure I haven't lost anything out of my basket. Who put that fucking bridge in like that? Good lord, man. That's mangled my fucking basket. That was not there last time, which granted was over a decade ago. That is terrible. That is whole city council levels of wagmanship. Time won't kill a bike, but the goddamn infrastructure will. Yeah, it's real funny. Where's my chain? Fucking fucker. Oh, my hand was on the chain then. I'll tell you, man, there's 2 people have done that to me thus far. If there's another one, I'm not braking and I'm getting the chain out. You know what the great thing is? I don't live in Hornsea, which means I can cause as much shit as I want. Pedestrians may have right of way, but I mean, there's no excuse to be rude, is there? Let's be honest. Trent's Pennine Trail. Yeah, it goes a lot further than Hornsea. I can't remember where it ends. I think we go the other way, you go to Liverpool. I shouldn't ride on the pavement. Let's put this on the road before the Rozzers get me. I mean, the Rozzer station's right behind me. Let's ride like, you know, all that track just to get fucking law enforcement on us at the end. Like traffic violations. I am not stupid enough to ride this bike in the sand. But we can look at the sand. Oh shit, I'm in that van's wheel. Drop, drop. Skid. That's as far as we're going. Oh man, you have to get up fucking early in the morning to defeat British engineering. There's my head cam still recording. Probably we'll put it on that far wall. Yeah, it's still going. Let's drop it on that far wall. Angle's going to be shit. But we've got to work with what we got. It isn't much. We fucking did it then. Is the trail tame? Yes, it is. But we're riding a roadster. You know, you can't do like fucking extreme shit on these. No fucking like downhill trails, no fucking enduro shit. It's a fucking roadster. It's designed to go on roads and unpaved roads. That's what we just did it on. There's this prehistoric thing. And my butt doesn't hurt and my legs don't hurt because the bike's properly configured. Doesn't matter how fucking heavy it is. Configure it right, ride it right, and you're fucking good. Let me turn that around so it's on me. Because we've seen enough of the seafront now. Now we get my ugly fucking face back. We're going to have a smoke, have some food, and go to bed. Jeez. I don't know what time it is. Let me check this. Look. Yeah, tractor tyres. So I have seen bikes with solid. When I was kids' bikes tend to have them. Yeah, well the sun is. It's going down. I don't like the feel of it on my back, man. It burns. Yeah, it's motoring along by heavy roads to speed. I would have been 3 times faster on a mountain bike. I could put this behind me in half an hour on a modern bike. No, I'm gonna ride home yet. Yeah, I know, tubeless tyres. I did wonder if you could make these tubeless, because the way the rims are and the beads, in theory you would actually be able to do it. Thing is, it's a secret thing with this is I don't use the what are they, Woods valves they call them? They're supposed to be on. I use Prestas, and I use high pressure tubes, which are really hard to find, but it gets us a little less rolling distance. I have scarred my rim from that fuckhead who fucking laughed at me. It's only like a massive black rubber streak. If somebody else would be very cross. Yeah, no, I hate car-type valves. They're just, I find them unreliable. I like Prestas, but I've got metal caps on these, so. It's kind of weird how last time I came here, I came with a Portuguese lady, and I've had probably only about 50% of the voices thus far have been English speaking. It doesn't. It feels foreign compared to what it did last time. Oh man, they sell British flags. Who's selling those? I've got to buy one, man. Got my whole British Empire build things properly theme. I've got to buy a Union Jack before I leave. I don't have any cash on me. I'll find some. We'll pull that Chinese mount off there and fucking trade it in for scrap. Drink some water. Water. So I don't work who's selling these Union Jacks, man. I want one. Yeah, is it you guys selling these Union Jacks here?
Yeah.
How much are they, man? I'm going to tack one of those. Oh man, I just got hit by bad tarts. I think I have it all. Cool.
Oh, that's an old one, mate.
Ah, damn. That's gonna. Is that still valid?
Yeah, that one is.
Cool.
It's only the 5s and the 10s have changed.
Yeah, I don't usually pay for things in cash, so it's been sat in there. I'm glad I know now because now I can swap it out.
I think they're changing the 50 or the 20 soon.
I'll look out for it.
Next March, which one is it? Or both, maybe. Next March for 20s, maybe. I think they changed them both at the same time.
Well, I'll look out for that, man. Thank you very much. Right, we're going to pick one of those. I don't know where we're going to stash it, but it had to be done. It just had to be. We'll find somewhere for it to live back there. It'll go through the holes in my basket. Yeah, it'll make the holes wider if we got them. There we go. Now it's going to get stuck in my wheel on the way home, but I don't care. British Empire still existed when this bicycle was built. We put a Union Jack on it. And it's going to cause a ton of drag and make pedalling harder. We'll ride along this road and then come back. And then we'll head home. I'll stop and eat some of the way along. Yeah, the wind's changed, so it's going to be in my face again going home, of course. I told you it would. I could feel it when I was sat there. You cannot kill British engineering, no matter how hard you try. That would have been me 10 years ago. I think one of these actually goes back up to that track. Ah, no bikes up the Rem. Really? I want to put my bike up there, man. Can we get it through? Bars are high and narrow. If we pull our mirror in and click the brake pad. Oh, you didn't reckon on British bikes, did you? Let's use the railing here. Let's not ride it along the wall. Hang on, isn't the point of this ramp to put a wheelchair? How would you get a wheelchair up here? It's a triumph for British engineering. Oh man, you see, the teenager in me wants to ride on the wall, but the adult in me is far more aware of his mortality and doesn't want to ride on the wall and thinks it's a really bad idea. Uh-oh. I might have to go down this backwards. Or we could cheat. We'll cheat. Yeah, I'm going to push my flag. Okay. I don't know why I did that. I think I was just sort of still running on a bit of a buzz. Okay. Yeah, it's nice to know Hornsea is wheelchair accessible. I'll be sure to let my disabled relatives know not to come here. Right pedal up. Oh, that was my hand. Grazing, grazing. Put it back on the road. There we go. I would have so ridden on that wall years ago. But it'd be so foolish to do it on this. It would just be death. Death 2, the sequel. Oh, what broad do you want to be, man? I'll catch up with you in a minute. Why is the wind always in my face? Well, we are going uphill here, so... But the great thing is, if you think leaving the coast, oh, you're going to ride uphill back to Hull. But that Hull's elevation's lower than the coast. Southport, 215 miles. I don't think we're going there. Should we? Should we do it? Not today. I don't doubt for 1 second you can ride this thing 200 miles and it'll still be going. Yeah, I must remember that bridge. We've got to head home because I've got a feeling it is quite late. I don't know what time it is, so I don't want to check yet. I'll look later. I have obligation. My fucking flag. Well, like I say, getting here is half the journey. Now it's got to go home. Those new houses look tatty now. Oh, it's that shit bridge. That was a gust and a half. Okay. That's peanuts on the floor, wonderful. It sounded like we dropped something. I don't think we did. Of course, I got bad shit all over my fucking water bottle. Yeah, lights are still there. Junk food's still there. Slow down.
It's only good as gold. Sorry, buddy.
That's alright, man. You see the difference? That fellow had manners. Yeah, which way are we going? Bloody hell. See, it was downhill on this bit getting here. Now you're going to go back up. You wish you could stand off the saddle sometimes. That's our lowest gear's equivalent to like 46 to 25. It's not that low. Okay, cornering's a bitch. Move it out like that. See what I mean about when you use a bike a lot? You kind of get used to it. A lot of it's about where you put your weight on this. Like my knee is basically pointing the back of the bike right now. Yeah, I've got time. Oh, which street is it? Next one, isn't it? Right. I fucking made it now. Now let's make it back. Can't see anything coming. This street has definitely changed in the intervening years. It's an old style bike, it's not as old as mine. What the hell? Sorry pal, I can't push it any harder. Ah, it's doubled in. Fuck, I felt pretty rotten for that. Good. Hate hills. It's not fun running this up a hill. But thank you to the original owner, paying the £13 something to buy it with gears. Usually it was £12 for single speed. Oh, that was nettles again. They were stinging nettles. You know, I'm just not going to feel them at this rate. Like I say, you can eat them. They taste like spinach. And when you make tea out of them, it doesn't taste like the stuff you buy from the shop. The shit you buy tastes like grass. And seems a bit thinner on the way down. And has lots and lots of ingredients in it for some reason. So it's fucking nettle tea. Like, why does it need like 50 ingredients? Put nettles in there. Yeah, like I say, we'll eat at the end of this section. We'll move to the next one. At least the phone isn't fucking us about anymore, so that's good. And yeah, we're about to leave the boundaries of Hornsea somewhere within the next few seconds. Bike's running well smooth now. Like everything's just running so well on it. So all the grease and the oil is where it's supposed to be. It's going to swipe its way in. Good bike, man. It's heavy and it's slow and unruly, but it did it. And now it doesn't matter where we are, because no matter how far it seems you have to go, You're always more than halfway there. Yeah, and I'm glad I brought a water bog roll, because I'm going to have to clean that barge shit up before I drink out of that water bottle again. Isn't it meant to be good luck, getting hit with barge shit? No, this isn't riding too bad going back actually. It's pretty easy so far. Could actually go up in third gear about now, but I'm not going to, because we've still got 15 miles to go. Well, probably about 14 by now. It's about pacing. Don't go fast because you can. You know, when you exercise, you don't want it to hurt. You want it to be on the edge of hearting, but not hearting. If it's hurting you, it's actually not good for you, despite what they tell you. Just stay short of it. Pace yourself. So could I go faster? Absolutely. Will I go faster? Absolutely not. Kabong! Ah, at last. This is what I like. It's not paved and yet it's still smoother than the fucking roads in Hull. I can't believe no one's come up behind me this whole journey. I expected we'd have like for a warrior zipping past. The young ones giving it dirty looks. The old ones give... This is your fucking carbon road bike. It's great fucking grandpa. You better show it fucking respect. This bike went everywhere your bike went and it did it fast. Every development on your fucking bike, your lighter weight, your low riding position, and it was just a natural development. But these were the original roadsters. Missing a... It's still here, man. It's got a lot of miles left in it, yeah. Well, that's it. Oh, what was that? It was just a stone. I'll be with you soon. I think there's a bench up here, and if there's not, well, I'll just sit on the floor. Yeah, no hand on this is foolish. Let's not sort of only had a finger on, and that's why you don't. Because that rock we just hit. Oh, there's a little wall there. That'll do us. Sit there. Right. I've got fucking... I had cash in my wallet. Not a lot, but it's wallet man's. I've got to give him it back. Back for maybe... you see, I'd have to stop doing like 200 miles. I did like 120 in one day on the mountain bike, but on this, that just isn't practical. I think it's doable, but you would have to ride like all day. Yeah, well, like I said, we're going to get signal loss out here. We're coming back on that patch where the signal's really, really patchy. Oh yes, the bad shit went right on the mouthpiece. Why is... You drink straight from the bottle. You turn this around. Yeah, I know, it's rough live streaming on this fucking phone, man. That sub £100 phone, you know. I don't believe in paying 3 or 4 figures for a fucking cell phone. I wouldn't be able to live with myself if I did. That bad shit. That is major bad shit. Fucking goals. Well, like I say, we'll just pull the lid off the bottle and drink straight out the bottle. I don't really fancy drinking bad shit. It's not very appetizing. By the way, I never cleaned this bottle out, so it kind of tastes like E. coli and dysentery and cholera and shit and the difference. I'm gonna, you know, gonna know what it's like to be a little black boy in Africa soon, I think. And yes, I threw my tissue on the floor, but it's toilet paper, so it'll just degrade the next time it rains. I have no problem with leaving bits of tissue. If it was plastic waste, I wouldn't be slinging it out here. Like, I'm not going to sling this, because that's just wrong, you know. I'm going to put this back in the basket. But when it's a piece of tissue, there's no point carrying it. It's just going to degrade as soon as there's rain, so... Look how hungry I was. Oh. That's one good thing about doing physical things. You appreciate food a lot more. Probably not, but everybody's metabolism's different. My whole family runs on salt. If we don't have a high salt intake, we get really fucking just ill. We can't function. Like, they tell you 6 grams is bad for you. Fuck that, we gotta eat like double that, or we like dehydrate, like we'll drink and just piss it out straight away and then get dehydration symptoms. We just can't absorb it. We just metabolize it so fast. But we all drink loads of water as well. It's like 8 litres a day on average. People in my family, you know. It's just a genetic thing, I guess. We all drink a lot, we all piss a lot, we don't eat a hell of a lot. Even the fat ones, it tends to be thyroid problems rather than diet. Oh man, my cookies are fucking mangled, look at that. Looks like mice have been in there. I don't care, they'll still taste just fine. We're only going to eat one. One's enough. I want to play Rule Britannia on my tablet, but I don't want the stream getting shut down. So I'll just think of it in my head. No one would hear it anyway, so, you know, I'll just listen to it in my head. You can play it if you want. I won't. But just know I'm thinking it. That's all you got to know, is that I'm thinking it. I'll post a link to which version on my Discord when I get home. There's a particular rendition that's very pompous sounding. That tastes like the countryside. And my house. And the problem is, because my street's full of fucking garbage, my house smells like garbage. And so, when I take food out my house and bring it somewhere else, it tastes like garbage. When I've been in my house a while, I can't taste it because I just get used to it. My neighbour broke his record. They had a garbage fire that lasted 8 fucking days. Fucking disgusting. Yeah, I should bring my tent and just stay out here. Far nicer than hot. What time is it anyway? Oh, fuck me. That's not bad. I'm going to be like maybe an hour late, but that's it. You know, I'm surprised they've never sold like thyroxine as a way to lose weight, because it'll give you a heart attack, I think, but you'll be skinny by the time you've used it a bit. They probably do, and I've just not heard of it, because I've never needed, like, you know, to lose weight that bad. I got a bit tubby when I was like 13, but again, it's a genetic thing, so nobody really cared, you know. It's a thing that both sides of my family does. You get to about 12 and you just go, and then over the next 2 years, you just grow into it and go really skinny again. We always have a bit of a belly, but that's like the Levantine ancestry, you know. Bunch of fucking Mediterraneans and fucking travellers. You should never know, I don't do anything at all that gives that away. Just pick junk up off the side of the fucking street and stuff. Oh yeah, you'd never know. My family was in caravans one fucking generation back. I'm not ashamed of it, man. I don't care. Everybody comes from fucking somewhere. It's what you fucking make with the shit you're given that matters. But the fact is, an excuse to fuck things up. You know, when I get something wrong, no one's really that disappointed. You know, if I act like a prick, no one's really that surprised. Because if I come from like some upper class family or something, they'd probably look down on me and think, oh God, what a disappointment. He's got no fucking jobs. He cusses people out. He punches people. What a disappointment. No, they don't give a fuck. So it's like, yeah, okay, this is actually alright. I'll move soon, you know, I'm going to smirk and then... I didn't miss something, did I? My head's going funny now. Yeah, well, like I said, I think this was the... I look at the weather. As you pull into autumn, it gets just too fucking windy. And I think this or tomorrow, and tomorrow the wind's a bit heavier, it's probably the last opportunity this year. Like the window of opportunity, I won't ride when it's windy. And I've always wanted to get this bike to Hornsea, and I've done it now. And not a single thing broke. So now we just have to get it home without anything breaking. And we can wave that British flag around with pride. I'm sure it's made in China, but it's still a fucking Union Jack. And it's fairly accurate, actually. It's not a bad one. Yeah, it's made in Ireland. And it's got bad shit on it now, but a bit of bad shit won't stop the British Empire, so it doesn't matter. I'm not jinxing the fucker. You'll have to go a long way to break this. It's not unbreakable, but I still think the worst will get's a flat tyre. And I do have somebody waiting with a car. So, you know, if something goes wrong, I can just be like, can you come and get me, please? And she'll come and get me, but I don't want to resort to that. I'd rather walk. I mean, you can still technically ride a bike with flat tyres. I've fucking rimmed them around before, but it's just not good, is it? That fucker I told you about that I locked in the dumpster before and wheeled out to Swine, that field that we came onto the track from. Yeah, he remembered his bike around and ransom. Yeah, I remember him going to the shops on it, and you could just hear of the wheels and all there. And you go, "You fucking dickhead, get out of fucking way!" And you hear cars because he's riding the wrong side of the road. He insisted that was the correct side to ride. I don't know. He was out of his fucking mind. You had this bus like, and you just like, "Ah, fuck!" And then the sound stopped. I was just like, "Oh God, he's killed himself." So I had to walk around, and he's still just laid in the road. Fucking hell, fucking happened. His wheel had just collapsed because he'd been riding it with no tyre for weeks. Yeah, fuck that, man. Walking's good for you. Anyway, like I said, it doesn't matter where we are now. We're more than halfway. We've done more than half the journey, so it doesn't matter. I won't have a fag after this. I'll have that in the next one because I don't like staying still too long. I can feel my legs starting to go soft. It's one of the reasons I keep pacing. Because if I stop, my legs will go to sleep. And then riding will be really hard. Got a piss as well, but I'll save that until later. Not right now. It's a bit open here, you know. People over the houses probably call the police. I mean, it's not in jurisdiction of where I'm going, I guess, but you've got to have some manners, haven't you? It's not a fucking night out. Motorbikes, right? Right. Have a quick drink and we'll get back on the bike. Somebody's got a sound system on it. So I gotta get my sound system like that. We've got everything else. It probably is. You should see the Jippo where I used to live. He had a tricycle, and on the back he had this massive box with like bass ports in and shit. Where'd that flag bends? Right, let's continue. It's getting late, I gotta get home. Well, we got some ways to go yet. The wind's died down completely, but man, probably ain't gonna be too bad yet. Oh geez, you've got bikes going every which way. When I was younger, a smoke machine. I do have a cargo trailer. I use it to move junk though. I don't want to put anything expensive in there. Crackhead. No, I wasn't no crackhead. He was just a gypsy man. He was like the Rag Burnman's brother, I think. Right, we'll walk while I have the smoke. Like, I really want to smoke, but I don't want to stay still. And riding and smoking at the same time is just plain irresponsible. So, don't do it. Probably going to have to put the lights on soon. We should be able to get okay with just the single LED ones. That is still running up there, isn't it? Should be. It is. Practice for it. Oh, that's the electric fence. I mean, there is horses in there, so it makes sense. I know people who need a direct consequence to what they do. You mess with the fence and it will hurt. Right, it's like the straightest and narrowest piece of track. I'm taking a leak. Don't look. Unless you want to get envious. Oh damn, that's not a pleasant colour. I need more water. Yeah, I definitely need to drink more water. Well, that was like that was like glue. Well, it was within range. I should have been in the arc higher, shouldn't I? Yeah, I'm drinking more water before I go anywhere, man. I think you could paint with that. Yeah, let me get some water. Just drink loads of it. Don't want to dehydrate, man. There we go. Lots of water. Right now I really can't fuck around anymore though. I've got to get home and it is getting dark, so I don't want to have to be riding on a dynamo at the end of the trip, because that will be hard work. Okay, let's put the mirror back out. I'll have to do this again someday, next year maybe. Maybe do it on the tourist. It'll be slower on the tourist, but try and push second gear. Indicative LEDs on. Why are they dull? Problems return to haunt me. Okay. It's going to get noisy. Just coming up on that marsh platform. I think it is. Pinging because someone's coming the other way. Let them know what to expect. Hefty bicycle. Fucking nettles. Fucking rocks. Yeah, it takes such a weird line. Yeah, let's sit on the brakes. Thank you. Oh, we miss you, Lee. Platform where I mean, I've been 16 at the time. Like, outside of that, you know, it was so hard to go back to banging like teenage girls. After that, like, you know, when I was going to start just trying to chase women. And I was only like 16. But like, I was still 15 to be honest. It was like a few weeks off. Oh well. One of the most fun things that I ever did. And I say I'm in Sterndale. You gotta do these things. I really want to know what my batteries and the track's going to carve farther and farther into it the further we go. Again, the weather station is completely wrong. The human race has been measuring weather for how many fucking, probably centuries. And we still can't get it right. I don't expect the forecast to be accurate, but the, like, you know, present time reports. I know our Hull's one's shit because it's in like a closed courtyard with buildings surrounding it and overhanging it. So everything it reports will be wrong. Oh, what is this signal? There we go, we're back. Hope we don't run out of data because Tesco are really funny about that. I put a tenner on before I left, but they've eaten it and not given me the data several times. So, you know, I want to move to a different provider. You can probably tell we're stretching it a bit harder now. Still only in second gear. Not going to push hard. Not going to push hard. See, it's not just me relief tissue on the floor. See no one coming up behind me? How's the grip here? I tell you, these well-taught tyres, man, they grip good. But they're designed in like the 20s for this very terrain, so I came out here so I could see around the corner again. Ding, ding. Cracker, cracker, cracker. Okay. I'm feeling it now, but I'm not ready to slow down yet. It's not hurting, but my muscles are telling me, like, come on then, you know. We want to stop. I'm not stopping. I'm not stopping. It can't stop, man. It's never going to stop. It can't stop me. This bad country. It's dark here. I really don't want to be stuck on this in the dark. That's another reason I'm not slowing down. There must be another 10 miles easily. But a bike where doing anything beyond 10 miles an hour is really, really hard. Oh, well, doesn't the next one have the bridge? That's going to suck because I think it's steeper going this way. Thought we'd have a fall, we've not had one yet. Should we do that platform? No. No, let's not fuck about, we've got to get home. Probably the old station house there. Don't mind living in there. Sucks they put plastic crap on things, but it's mostly original looking, that's not too bad. Do we have cars? Yes we do. Okay, let's not wait around. Let's keep going. Pushing off in second. And slow a bit. almost looks like a little wildcat there, doesn't it? It's not, but I'll catch up with the comments in a while. But I'm in the zone right now. I don't want to break my momentum. Oh, that was a mosquito in the eye. That hurts. Doesn't matter, don't slow down. The British Empire will never surrender. Flag's still out, yes it is. Excellent. Positive fucks on the drag, I can feel it, but I will withstand that for Britain. Amazing how fucking awesome this fucking nation used to be. If you can't take pride in your country, how can you take pride in anything you do in that country? How can you be expected to look after it? Baby bunnies could have caught that net. You can't. Nationalism is a good thing in the right proportions. Every fucking part on this bike has England stamped into it. Somebody took the time to do that. They took the time to, they didn't need to do these things. When the bike was new, it had all these gold motifs painted on it. Somebody did all that by hand. And like I said, those engineers, they're long dead. But what they built's still here, it's still fucking working. Those loops, I can't slow down. I'm just going to send it there. You push up in second, fuck me. Horrible corner, get up in second, come on. Because there's anyone coming down, I can't fucking leave the momentum off. I've got to push it. We're going up in second. Shove it man, come on. Come on! Yeah, yeah, you son of a bitch. Like I said, it looks tame. But I implore you, ride a bike like this. That's a whole new fucking challenge. Gonna slow down for a while. Because that was a tad irresponsible. Thing is, that surface coming down was so loose. I might have been able to pulse the brakes and slow down, but I assessed there was more risk in doing that, you know. In fact, we were just completely freewheeling. So instead, I pushed harder, because at that point then I'm in control, I'm pushing the bike, and gear shifting on a hill is just a pain in the ass. Because on these you've got to take the power off. It's like driving a car that doesn't have a synchro mesh. Fucking, you know, you got to match the RPM. And on a hill you're basically just going to end up backpedaling, and the bike's so heavy, you'll lose so much speed. You can't stand up off the seat because the clutch slips if you overload it, which is great for stopping it damaging the pinion pins, but it's not friendly to the cyclist. You have to stay firmly planted on the seat, hold the handlebars so fucking hard. But we are back in New Ellaby. I think we're halfway home, if not more. And still nothing but the saddle is creaking. We're going to be going up this one in fast. Keep what momentum we can, brace for the corner, plan the line good. Because one slip, one loss of speed, and it's going to murder us. And I don't want to put my foot on the floor. If I do that, I got to go back to the bottom and try again. Okay, there we go, keep it moving. Keep the bike moving. Ah, jeez. I'm not stopping. I'm not stopping. I'm not getting off the bike. There we go. Can we curb it? Oh, yes! Yes! Don't try to curb these. That might be the most strenuous thing I've done. I'm riding on the brakes because of this corner. That's a one hand through there. And duck my leg under the bars. And we're out. Bit of a slip there. I actually drifted for a second. But we're out, man. We're heading home. Nice bike still there. Look at that. There's a nice fellow two-wheeler, even if he's got a motor on it. All my dreams of owning an M20. Forever buried, because I can't have a license. But you can still dream. Still nobody behind me. I can't be that slow, man. Isn't this fucking Coniston we're coming up on now? Go man, we're practically home. Yeah, we've on the fucker back then. We've gone quick. I've got a brand new combine harvester. I'll give you a key. Nice bit of agriculture. Oh, his tractor treads on this bit of track. Can't blame him for using it. Yeah, and should we go in third gear? I think we'll go in third for a little. Fucking hell. Did you hear that bang? That's because I didn't match the RPMs. That was a clutch slam. So my gears use only one sprocket. All the gears are inside the wheel hub. Planetary is. They're sealed with grease. They run in about an inch of two-stroke oil. Continually lubricated and nowhere for dirt to get in. So it's cleaning that hub, or about as clean as it was when it left the factory all those years ago. Especially since I went in there and rebuilt it. So the edges of the pinions do wear out a little bit, and occasionally the edges of the pulls go around. It's a K hub from Sturmey Archer, if you're interested. So 1920s, I think it was like the second hub of a reverse design of the. Yeah, I think we probably will have to put them on, see if anything sets fire. You'll have to do it so I can see right now, like other people see me. It's mostly what your lights are for. Okay, let's go up a gear. Can't see the terrain. We'll just hold on tight and put it in the hands of Jesus. I thought there was a bike behind me. That's weird. It always happens here. And we were riding back. Remember when I said I lost lights that time? It was pitch black. It was the early hours of the morning. And there was something next to the bike. It was like a massive cat. I couldn't see it, but I could hear it. and I could just feel this warm breath on my legs. I was wearing shorts at the time. Got to the end, this guy on a road bike came up because I stopped to smoke. He said he'd seen nothing, he hadn't even seen me. What the fuck was that? Summit prang, oh god. But yeah, it's weird, this section of track. Let's be silly and go into that. Let's fucking bomb it down here, man, come on. This is fucking suicide. I've got a short sleeve shirt on. If I come off, it is going to hurt so fucking hard. She's basically riding a cheese grater. And as I said before, the way the bike's built, you can't throw the bike. If you come off, you're not coming off, the bike's coming with you. Oh, I hope that wasn't off our bike. I'm paranoid about that. I just want to turn around and look. Hit the front mudguard, it can't be off the bike. It wasn't brake pad, what now? It's the only thing I could think that could come off down there. We'll assume it was nothing. You can always come back if it's something missing. It's not a wheel nut, is it? No. Oh, I think I see another bike. We do. No. Pedestrian. Let's slow it down. Right, we have to get across the road. Busy road. Biggest road we have to cross. Oh shit, golden opportunity, come on. Yeah, those new plastic road studs are solid apparently. I'll stop at the next gate. Oh god, I forgot to pave here, isn't it? What a lot of bullshit. Yeah, we'll stop the next gate, we'll catch up the comments. Lovely sunset. Or should I stop? I'll stop here. We got a skid. Brake pads are good. What's going on down there? 12 PM. I think we're probably heading on for about 9. Yeah, single digits is playable, just 12's generally my lower. Yeah, Virgin Mobile's what I was on. I had no problem with them, so we'll go back to them. It's not the 4G service, it's just the CPU's not powerful enough. You can't turn it to standard definition, so it tries to encode HD and it just can't up. It's a shame, but like I say, cheap phone, very cheap phone. It's the cheapest one that can do this, that they sold, so. Yeah, I'm not surprised YouTube's fucking ingest system's probably fucking throwing a fit. The wind getting it, you know, it actually feels like rain. Not like it's raining, but rain is coming. It's getting dark, so when we set off, I will be riding with dynamo on, because I want to get charging to the capacitor bank before we get to the road, because we've got to ride in unlit roads to get back to Hull. Or the track, but it's also unlit. It shouldn't get too dark as I can't see, but when I'm on a fucking road that has cars, I want as much light coming off the bike as possible. I'm not going to put the neons on, because I just want to get as much energy as I can in it. But yeah, like I say, maybe we'll do it again next year, and maybe I'll have a better phone. I don't want to stop cycling now I've started again. The problem is, I started watching fucking bunch of mountain bike shit, and I'm like, God, I miss my mountain bike. But I'd never go back to it. That sunset's really nice. Of course, I better check my helmet cam's still running, because assuming it's wired, which it should have done, then we will be, yeah, it's still going. It does corrupt memory cards on long jobs sometimes though, so hopefully it's alright. We should at least get them of it. So we'll be able to see it at high frame rate. Gonna have to edit it though, because I don't think anyone wants to see like my fucking 9.5 inch fucking slong fucking being whipped out and painting the countryside fucking dark shades of yellow. But yeah, I'm not sitting on this bench by the way, because like I say, if I sit down my legs will go to sleep. At this point we're basically back in Hull. Swine, once we get there, is almost pretty much the edge of Hull's jurisdiction, so... Oh, what does it say on that bench? Joyce Reeve Arwood, 1st of March 1940 to 29th August 2016. My mum used to enjoy resting here during our cycle rides. I hope you do too. Well, yeah, but I'm not sitting on your bench because my legs will go to sleep. But if your mother likes cycling, then she's okay by me. Terrifying to think this bike is older than Joyce Reeve Arwood. This bike was already old enough to buy booze by the time she was fucking born, you know? Like her father might have owned something like this. It's ridiculous. But oh, my back wheel's in the track. There's a bike. I think he'll see me, but best to have manners, isn't it? Turn the wheel off the track so it's clear. If you want to block tracks, got a fucking downhill fucking mountain bike trail. Try blocking that and see what people do. Like, I don't reckon it's just rude, isn't it? Like when I used to do mountain biking, people did it to me, and you know, I got quite mad. I'll never go back to mountain biking just because I don't like having to throw like 300 or 400 quid at the bike all the time. There's one of the great things about this bike, even once, you know, maintaining it, just doesn't go into 3 figures. It's cheap. The road's gone quiet, hasn't it? Definitely getting darker. Well, it's not a very powerful CPU in this phone. Yeah, well, these Michelin World Tour tyres, and they're near enough the only tyres you can get. I think they might do a rally record in this size still. They're 26 by 1.5. Not 1.5, that's different. These are 1.5. They're a lot bigger than 1 3/8 and 1.5 metrics. The Tourist has 28 by 1.5, which actually to me seem larger than the modern 29ers. So yeah, I don't know what to make of it. Really comfortable ride, the Tourist. Slow, but you don't feel a bump on the thing. Pentium 2. Yeah. What, the phone? I don't know. It's some ARM piece of shit. I don't know ARM processors, but I know it's not that ballsy. Wait, what do you expect? It's the cheapest fucking Android phone that they sold. You're going to get some vibrations because the dynamo's now on. It'll have no light for a few minutes. because I have a custom circuit under the pannier rack which has a rectifier on it and a supercapacitor bank which comes to about 12 farads in parallel with the lights. So we actually get about 8 minutes of full brightness after I finish pedalling. The original bulb was in the front was a 6-watt incandescent bulb, and it's a BA15S fitting, which 6-volt motorcycles use, which means we can use a 4-watt LED replacement, and we've got the equivalent of like 15-20 watt light output. We can see like 50 foot of road in front of us when it gets going. It's going to be slow going here because of all the tree roots. To the main road, I think. Fuck me. Should I ride on the grass again? Thank fuck for sprung saddles. You can look up the Brooks B33 if you want, that's what I'm using. The bike originally had a different model. I have the original saddle, but the only difference is the tensioning screw faced in the opposite direction. And they sell the parts on this has been for that. You can just turn them round. It makes no difference. I think the way it's installed on this makes it slightly finer. Saddle is the most expensive thing on the bike. It costs more than the foam. But it's leather. It's fucking many fucking, like what, maybe 1/8 inch thick of fucking leather. It's a hairpin saddle with coil springs on the back, like they're stranded springs. And because it's leather, when you first get it, it hurts like fuck. Ride about 50 miles on it, it shapes to your fucking arse. It's breathable, so my arse isn't sweaty. It doesn't hurt. Like, I feel so comfortable right now because I have this saddle, because it's at the right height, because my handlebars are at the right height. You can't get that on a modern bike. These are just so comfortable to ride. They're hard to push, they're hard to steer, but once you're rolling, they're absolutely fine. You can just push them all fucking day. You won't push them fast, but you'll push them all fucking day. Going flat out, we can push about 28 miles an hour on this bike. But it takes a while to get there. And I'm not pushing that today because, like I say, you've got to pace yourself on these rides. And even though my legs don't hurt, by the time I get to the end of this, they're just going to protest if I try and push them that hard. We're still full of bars on the power banks, we're doing fine. I can see a bike. I can see too, we got a Ninja. It's a little bit holding a light in your hand. I've done that before. I'm not going to say shit because at least they're trying, you know. And you just don't know the situation. They could have had light failure or anything. They probably haven't, but you just don't know. My light's coming. Unfortunately, it doesn't show well on the camera, but my light's starting to come up. We're not at, I don't think we have enough speed to reach the full 6 volts. but if I stop the bike now, probably have about 8 minutes of light before it starts dimming. Which means we're running a dynamo set that is completely illegal because it's fucking not approved by a British standard that came in the 80s. That legislation says it has to. But we're putting out more than the required light. It's a constant light, it stays on when you stop. No policeman will stop you for having this lighting set. And it's still on cloth wire and everything. You wouldn't really know anything was different. All we did was put some extra parts between the dynamo and the lamps. And it works. I did want to get home earlier than this though, I have to admit. Is this Swine or is it the next one? I think this is where we want to turn off. Yeah, burn marks. You can tell Brenzerm's down there. Yeah, this is Swine Lane here. So we're going left. Let me stop the bike. Look at that, light stays on. Quick. Yeah, quick's never fun anyway, in my opinion. I don't know, mate. It does say on Alcatel's spec sheet, but a lot of the specs don't match my phone. So I really don't know. Near animals in the grass. Yeah, well, that's we'll get back to all computer stuff very soon. But summer has always stopped me every fucking summer for the last fuck knows how many summers, and I'm like, I'm taking a year off, I'm having a fucking summer. There you go, Swine. We go down there, gets to Brenzerm. Don't want to go to Brenzerm. You can see the lights of Hull in the distance. I'm still in a narrow road in the darkness. It's not smart, and that's the field where I dumped that kid who nicked my PS2. What pinged? Oh, it was just my fucking jeans. Like I say, these lights are very bright. It's equivalent to like a 20-watt motorcycle bulb. In pitch black. Oh no, it's this way. That way that does actually go back to Gansted Lane, but this way is quicker. And the wind's in my face. But we're nearly home, barring absolute disaster. I'm so tempted to go back and tip that porta shitter over. Or put nails in it. Put nails in it. Yeah, it's just that the light doesn't show up well on the camera. It's been raining here. I thought I could smell it. I said, didn't I? I could feel it. I said it had all gone quiet. Well, there you go. It's rained. I can see stars. Only one or two. We're coming back late, but we're coming back in one piece so far. I want to get off these roads though, because the hooligans come on these roads. This bike's hard to control. If we have to crash out on a corner, it's going to be quite fucking sketchy. We'll be okay though. Couple more corners and we'll be back. That's a strong headwind. It's very open here though. We ain't back in Kansas yet. Oh, Hull's in the road. We're definitely getting closer to Hull. come on. Yeah, muscles are starting to tell me off. They're not hurting, but they've been like, please stop. I want to stop. I've had enough. Don't feel exhaustion setting in though. Probably got another 10 miles in us before it gets dire. And we don't got 10 miles to go. And we're way more than halfway. Anyone who saw the test streams knows I've ridden roads like this in pitch darkness. So the fact it's dark doesn't really worry me that much. I'm used to it. Little owl. But I'm sharply starting to read comments on this road. We shall do it probably once I get back into Hull. And I get on a Holderness road. I'll bring you as far as Marfleet Lane, probably, and then we'll drop out. Well, I said I would do it, and we've done it, and nothing is broken yet. Come on, bike. We're so fucking close. Uphill a bit here. Where's the road gone? Oh, I see. I think we've got a car coming in. Private road. But let's not go down there. I can see the A165, man. It's coming up. Don't even want to know how long this took. Was it 2 or 3 hours like I said, or did it take longer? Probably took longer because of all that wind. Here we go. A165. Good to be back in Hornsea. Is the road busy? Looks pretty empty. Slight incline. It's going to do that, but there's a decline back into Hull because of how low Hull is. Got to keep my wits about me. People hartle down these roads. And I can't push much speed now, my legs just aren't. Nicely executed, pal, thank you. So you ride quite broad the line, so when they see you, and you've got plenty of runaway room. Pretty nice, man. God, I'll scoot you over, trust you. I trust you, man. Go on. Make it quick. Thanks, man. Nicely done. I always feel like a dick, but there's nowhere else to ride, you know? My bicycle was in fast. Well, let's go up in third gear for a while, bollocks. We'll take the pains. I'm very sorry about the vibrations, but it's just the nature of dynamos, I'm afraid. No batteries required, so never going to worry about recharging or replacing batteries. Problem is, the power comes out of your legs. Wind pushing me back. Going to have to drop a gear in a minute. Okay, let's go a bit farther in and go back in a second. This road's going to feel a bit long, I feel. Quite a ways to go. But not real far. It's probably a mile back to Hull. You'll know when we hit it because the road will get shit. I feel like we're on tree routes again. Instead east, left horse. It's uphill here. I'm not going back in first gear. I'm going up in second. My legs have a bit of a burning sensation, but if I keep pushing, I should get that sort of a last minute buzz. So I don't mind doing because I'm so close to home. We'll get that Arnold feeling of coming again that I was on about in one of the test streams. Oh yeah, the air quality took a dive. There we go. Hear the clanging of my wrench. Now we're back in the hole. At this point, I'm going to call it a success. But as I said before, the original owner is dead. The designer is dead. The engineer is dead. The British Lion still fucking roars. The bike is still alive. It's still putting the fucking miles down. It's still fucking cleaning it. It's fucking got nothing to worry about. Absolutely nothing. That is the longest I've been on a bicycle in years. It is the farthest I've ever ridden this bike in one sitting. It's fucking heavy, but it is comfortable. My butt stings a little here because I'm sitting farther forward on the saddle because I'm tired. Can't use it. At least it's stopped to use the phone, but it's still not good, is it? Make it quick, so I have to get in lane, you know. So now you're holding me up, move. Let's push my brakes because of you. I'll change lane while I'm on the roundabout. Go back over there. Thanks, bud. Not happy, but that's how the roads work, I'm afraid. I'm not going around the outer edge like the fucking line suggests. Bicycles here, it's like, if I want to take anything other than fast exit, I'm dead. So we are back in Kingsnip-on-Hull. The gas station we started at is coming up on the right. Ah, great, it's another fucking roundabout here, isn't it? I might cheat here. I'm too tired to push myself around another one. So we'll do some cheating here. There's no cars there, but people are going to come on that roundabout, and I'm in no mood to contend with it. It's a red light. Fucking red lights. Look at where the infrastructure tells us to go. It's stupid. It's utterly stupid. We'll just take the roundabout, fuck it. I've got a mirror, but I still always look over my shoulder. Can't trust the mirror. It's not infallible. I'm going to go up on that central bank and we'll see what's going on. Up we go. Right. What's going on here? Because I'm riding in the middle of the lane because that's what you're supposed to do. It's in the highway code. If you put a bigger sensor on this phone, it'll run even slower. It just doesn't have the fucking, doesn't have the balls to do it. I have found like electronics before when out on a bicycle. Hard driving my old 386 came out of shit I found at the side of a track. Well, it feels horrible to be back in this city. I don't like it here. Fuck, family all fucking wait until I'm an adult before they move and use me as an excuse not to. Wonderful. Well, that's it. We have light. It just doesn't show up well on the phone. I think it's the viewing angle. We'll walk down the grass while I smoke. Might as well. Don't want to stop because the worst thing I can do is stop moving. But yeah, man, we've done about 30 fucking miles today. Quick. Yeah, the phone killed it at some point for some reason. We ain't got far to go before I drop out, but so I'll do it, probably surfer, go on that pavement. It's not like I can't smoke and ride at the same time, it's just that I think it's foolish. You know, I'd take my hand off to, like, mess with the cigarette. If I inhale the cigarette or it goes in my eye, bad things can happen. There's a cat bank holding it, stimming a bit. Swing it back on the road. Won't be for long. Let's go. Crossing over the drain, it will be at the other end of that. That we will stop. Of course, I won't stop. I still have about a mile and a half to ride home from there. But I don't want to bring you that far with me. It's been fun, having a lot of fun today. Ah, that sign won't measure my speed. 31, I don't think so. Used to do that piss easy on my mountain bike if I put slick tyres on. Man, this infrastructure sucks. At least we've got enough room to stay out the door zone. That wasn't clever, was it? See, I go aboard at junctions because of people like that. Cross lane, bicycles are authorised vehicles. Means we're allowed in it. Yeah, we're definitely slow now. Oh, this bike's lightweight. It's that one thing, we drank all the water, the bike's not as heavy coming out. Was for a while, but then we pissed the water out, so that way it's gone. I'm going left. Yeah, we'll take this. Don't like these cycle tracks. Surface is shit. Never know when you're going to find a pedestrian, but we're not going that fast. Lots of glass though, maybe I should go on the road. I might actually. I mean, there's no reason I can't. It's actually recommended. Station, and that's when we'll leave. We fucking did it, and we did it live, which I never thought we'd do. Amazing what's possible now with even very cheap technology. Looks like shit, but does it? It fucking does it. Oh. My muscles are screeching at me now though. I think it's still good. We'll probably do that ride again and still have juice to spare. Oh yeah. Last hurdle always feels shit. Because your brain knows it can rest soon. But it wants to rest now. My line here is horrible. I'm just not really thinking at this point. Still being safe, but being a bit slow and won't kill you. And this, I think, is where I'll leave you. Yeah, no, there's not really much bike infrastructure here, and what there is shit, just ignore it. So you hug the carb, that's when you get hit or end up getting doored. Wow, this bike's dusty as fuck. Yeah, the cycle lane's not a metre wide, it's barely 2 foot, man. You can't use them, they're dangerous. They're just pointless. Never use cycle lanes, they're lethal. Yeah, I force drivers to go around me in the other lane, that's the correct procedure. It's called an overtake, man, read the highway code. You'll be a lot safer if you read the damn highway code, man. You need runaway room, someone does something stupid. But yeah, that's me done. I'm going to ride the last mile and a half on my own. Thanks for tuning in. You need enough for people with doors and junctions and people swinging into. You need room to run off if somebody's too narrow. But anyway, I'm out. But like I say, what I'm doing is correct for road use in the UK. It's in the highway code. I move over if people can't get by, you know, I'm not a dick with it. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. We've done 30 miles on an antique bike. I don't even heart, I'm just tired. So I'll see you soon. We'll go back to technology related shit very soon, probably just an ad-lib clone to get back into it. And yeah, we'll see. But ta-ta, I guess. Piece of junk. There we go.